Faith, do you still do radio?
I do. Yeah. Now what I do is I just voice track 3 shows every
Okay.
morning. And then I
Okay,
was teaching
fantastic.
school and then I was gigging at night, but I quit a few of those things
Fantastic.
too. So,
Yeah, I have a 15-year-long radio career that I just kind of paused in February. But I was going to ask, like, are your fans? I'm sure they've been watching the
oh my gosh.
show and they've been
Yes.
keeping up. You know,
Yeah.
um, how, how are you doing? How you doing?
I'm okay. I'm okay. But it's funny that you're bringing this up because I was driving home last night from watching because I live so rural. I can't watch it in my own house. I had to drive into the city to do it with my son. But I was driving home feeling like my listeners are going to be so upset, like they're going to be not just mad, but they're going to be sad. And like, I don't know, I feel for them. They're so heartfelt people here. And they have been such a great support for me for so many years. And I'm just like, oh, they are not going to be happy, you know?
At what point
So
did you see this happening? Did you think that you were going to get a rose? Or was there a point when you were like, okay, maybe this won't work? Or were you completely caught off guard?
all of the above. I think that there were some concerns that I had. The fact that Gerry lived in Indiana, that I really need to be close to my kids and my grandkids and my community that I've spent so long here. I really, my heartstrings are here. So that was, a conversation that we had that I let him know that that was really important to me. So there was that. Gerry had brought up the age thing and he had said, I don't know if I can get past the age thing. The age thing didn't bother me so much. It bothered him more than me. So both those things I was taking into consideration. The other thing is that I did notice that he kind of had a thing for Teresa right from the get go. And I did not see it with Leslie, but obviously their relationship was growing too. So my thought going in was if he gives a rose to Leslie first, I know I'm going home. And because I just knew it might be then between Leslie and Teresa. So, but even knowing that, I felt like the connection that Gerry and I had was so special and such a deep spiritual level of, love and respect. And I just, we had so much fun together. And he really did make me feel like I could do this. I would love having somebody in my life like that I could do fun things with and feel close to. And so it really opened me up. So I think I was blinded a little by that, knowing that the outcome could be different, but also feeling really hopeful too. So it caught me off guard, but even saying that, I kind of knew sort of over here too, So all of the above.
Well, that makes me feel like the door's not closed for, faith in the dating world. What do we see for you? Do we see apps? Do we see blind dates? Do we see possibly you as a Golden Bachelorette? What are you thinking?
Yeah, I wish that crew could, vet any guy I decided to date because I think they did such a great job at bringing women that, and Gerry, and they're just really good at matchmaking. But that aside, yeah, my goal is that I really will, try my hardest to stay open to love and also to talk more intimately and more seriously in a more direct and maybe intentional purpose of finding somebody to spend my life with instead of kind of casually dating a bunch of people that you're not all that interested in. It's just hard to have that heartfelt intimacy unless you really get down to the important things that bring that kind of sharing. So I think if I date again, we're going to get right to the nitty gritty like we did on the show because I think that's what created the strong bonds.
Honesty and upfront,
Yeah.
that seems to be the way. Before I let you go, you've talked about your radio family, right? And what you think they are going to say about everything that's happening. Also, your actual family, what has their thoughts been
Hmm.
watching the show? Do they like that you're on the show? I'm sure they're very protective of you. What has the feedback been?
It's been really good. I think my son is one that signed me up for the Golden Bachelor. So they were all in. And I think, they've seen me go through some heartbreak and their dad was like pretty much my soulmate guy. So, I think they were so, so hopeful and so happy when they met Gerry to see that I really could feel again and that I was that into him. I also know that they know me well enough to know that I'm a bounce backer, so I might go down, but I come back up every time. And so I think they just feel good. They love to see that I'm willing to risk and put my heart out there, and they would love for me to find somebody that I could share my life with, but they also know I will be just fine if that doesn't happen. So the goal is that, yeah, I'm open to it. Really, I am. I'm open to it, and I hope I find love. But if I don't, I'll be just fine too.
So no regrets, no regrets being on the show.
No regrets. Absolutely no regrets. Yes, it was the best experience, one of the absolute best experiences of my life for sure.